And it's official. The housing crisis that began in 2006 and recently entered a double dip is now worse than the Great Depression. Prices have fallen some 33% since the market began its collapse, greater than the 31% fall that began in the late 1920s. Stuart Vener is a real estate and a mortgage expert, and he has the latest news. He's with us again this morning. Good to see you. How you been?
Good to see you. Great, Russell.
Well, welcome back. Man, what I just read does not sound good. I mean, I know that there is a positive on for if you can buy something, but let's talk about this glut that we have going on.
Well, there is such an overabundance of real estate out there, and the banks have this shadow inventory of property that they've already foreclosed on, that if they were to put on the market, it would just glut the market. And then there's a number of properties that a huge number, that they're in the process of foreclosure. So we're a long way from a recovery.
So, Stuart, just from as you look ahead, do you see the problem just continuing, getting worse before it gets better?
I think it's going to get a little worse, but I think it's going to be a long time before it gets better. There was an article last week in the Wall Street Journal, and I hope they're wrong, stating it was going to drop another, there's going to be 10 more years of trouble. And it's a long way to pull out of this mess.
All right, all of that, I mean, it's bad. We know it's bad. And from what it's as bad as or worse than it ever has been.
Yes.
You were telling me, though, that if you're a first-time home buyer, if you can, there's never ever been a better time, and I mean this is the time to do it.
Absolutely, you can buy a house for half the price of what it was years ago. Obviously, you need less income to qualify, but my advice is go for an FHA loan. You can get it with 3.5% down. If you're a veteran and you can get your eligibility, get a VA-insured loan with a guaranteed loan with 0 down, but put as little money as possible into this house. If you're buying a house for $200,000, I'd rather have $8,000 at risk than 40.
Yeah. And certain people will be able to qualify for that kind of thing,
Absolutely,
right?
They will be able to qualify. I mean, you have to honestly qualify, but you'll be able to qualify for more than you could a few years ago. And whatever they say you can qualify for, buy 10% less. Be conservative.
Listen to that. Listen to that.
That's
good advice because you know what? Before all this happened, that's not what they were saying. Oh, buy all you can,
right.
Get more than you can, whatever you need. All right, now there's another. I want to ask you about the condo market because I'm hearing that's a whole different ballgame.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You can have a gold-plated buyer that could qualify for anything, but the building has to qualify. And if you have a condominium that has a large preponderance of non-owner occupants, renters, foreclosures, the association isn't healthy with the people paying dues. I don't care who you are, you can't get a loan in that condominium. The banks will not loan on it.
So, all right, we're going to have to leave this. What are we taking away from all of this today? It's going to last. We're in this for a while, a lot longer than we thought.
It's going to last a while, but if you can buy, but make it your nest. It's not your cash register.
Do you hear that? Make it your nest, not your cash register. Good to see you.
Thank you,
Good
Russell.
to see you, Stuart Vener.
Same here.
We need to find out what is happening on the roads right now.